In the latest issue of D-Home magazine, there was a great little write-up about Jason McDaniel and his store, Missing Q Press. We invited Jason to our studio yesterday, and Susie chatted with him about the lost art of writing a thank you note. Take a look at this.
I was so excited to be doing this segment today because it's about thank you notes, and I actually received one in the mail this past week, and it just meant the world to me that someone actually sat down to write a card and a note on a beautiful quality card. That the stock is great, but what type of card is appropriate? Flat, folded, or letter? Jason McDaniel of Missing Q Press is here to school us on what type of stationery to use and when. And how do you encourage people to actually do that instead of doing emails?
I think that's the important thing, is to actually acknowledge whatever gesture it was with a written note. A text or an email is just kind of too quick and impersonal, and the time that you take to sit down and write someone a note, considering the time they took to spend buying you a gift or taking you to dinner or whatever it was, is just a nice way to reciprocate. So
you have some beautifully elaborate and simple types of note cards. This one here that
That's
I
my
love.
stationery.
Is that yours?
Yeah, I have a pretty vast collection of stationery. You know, it's really personal preference. A flat card, a folded card, a written letter, even, you know, note cards that are already printed with a thank you on there. I think it's just the notion of actually writing it, putting a stamp on it, and sending it in the mail. Like you said, you got something and it wasn't a bill. It was something that you treasure and you will keep for a while and probably read it more than once.
You do. You actually do. And here's the thing that is baffling to me. So many of the fine stationery shops have closed because people are buying personalized cards online. How do you manage to stay open?
You know, ironically, my shop is focused on letterpress, which has had a huge revival in the last few years, and people really do love to personalize. You can kind of see, you know, everything has a letter M because these are my samples, but I create a lot of custom monograms and cards for people.
Yourself?
We do. We have, you know, at least 3 or 4 people a week calling to create a box set for wedding thank you notes or just desk sets. This is kind of how I keep my desk set up. I like having a nice pen.
I know it's a Mont Blanc.
Yeah, I like a fountain pen.
There's something wonderful about, I sign my books with a Mont Blanc pen.
It's a nice, luxurious way to write your name.
The first day my book came out, I rushed to and got this, so I would have a proper pen to sign my name.
I love using a nice pen. We also just started selling the rubber stamps for people that need something a little bit quicker. You know, we can personalize your address, a monogram, whatever.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then, you know, you just use whatever
do that
you want.
on the back.
So we sell a lot of those they're great for gifts.
Now these are particularly nice to do for the graduate, to give them their own personalized.
Right, because they need to write some thank you notes.
So what's the best way? People drop into the store, or
yeah,
you
we
online?
have a lot of samples. We do appointments, you know, at the shop. We don't sell online currently, but we do have a lot of things available in the store, and then of course we always can create something special if you don't see what you like.
And are you on the square in McKinney?
Yes, we're in the downtown historic McKinney Square on Virginia, 222 East Virginia, open Tuesday through Saturday.
It's wonderful, and to get more information and see beautiful letterpress paper goods, visit Missing Q. What is Missing Q?
When I first started, I was acquiring all this vintage equipment, and I bought an old wood type font that the seller told me was complete, and I got it home and the Q was missing.
And the Q was missing. Well, anyway, missingqpress.com.